In this video, I'm briefly going to talk about adding a third coat. Technically, you're not supposed to have 3 coats of glaze on your mugs with the way that we're glazing them. But if you want something to run, you could put more than 1 glaze coat on it. More than 2 glaze coats on it, I should say. The thing is, you have to leave room so that if it does run, it won't run off of your mug and then stick to the kiln. Because the glaze is going to melt and it's going to turn into glass, it will harden and fuse to whatever's below it, and we won't be able to get it off without breaking it. And when we do that, usually when it breaks, it also breaks part of the mug. It just looks really bad. If you are going to add a third coat, something that's going to run, you have to do it on the top. You could do it on the top edge, like the lip here, or you could do it probably down to about half of this top half part. So here I have an example of a runny glaze. I've added blue ice. This is blue ice. I did 3 coats of the blue ice on the top part here, and you can see it's run down through the length of the clay. You can even see how it's run through the handle along this little groove. It's pretty cool, but it's a little bit risky. So you want to have everything done if you're going to do a third coat. Blue ice is our runny glaze, but you could try it with another glaze if you wanted to. Do a couple coats of iron red and see if you can get that to run. It might not, it might, who knows. But the blue ice is sort of designed to run. It's called a slip glaze. So it's got clay in it and it runs. So blue ice can only be used on the top half of your mug, none on the bottom half. So I'm just going to mix it up really well. With the slip glaze like blue ice, you really do want to mix it because those heavy clay particles will settle on the bottom of the glaze pretty quick. So you really want to mix the blue ice well. Put that back in the water. Then I'm just going to do the lip. So my mug is pretty much done except for that lip. So I'm going to flip it over and I'm just going to hold it. I'm just going to go, when I dunk it, it's just going to go that top part and then I'm going to go right back out. I'm going to go a 3 or a 4 count because I want a lot of that blue ice on there and I want it to run. So here I go. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. And this will probably be very drippy because there's not much area for this to grab onto because it's all that powdery glaze. So you really want to hold it over the bucket for a while because it's not going to dry. It's going to be pretty thick right there. So then when I feel like it's dry, I'll flip it over. It will look kind of chunky on the top edge now because there's so much glaze on there. But this little third little ring will run, I'm hoping. It doesn't always if you don't get it thick enough, but it can be kind of cool if it runs. So that's how you do a third coat, a runny coat.